Welcome back to the another Hockey Nation live show. This is your host, you coach, Coach Frenchy, back in the booth today, and I can wait to have you guys to join me for another PTI show. If you don't know what's going on with Hockey Nation Live Show, we start another show, the second show of the day. Honestly, we have a daily show at 11 o'clock at Eastern Time, Monday to Friday, with my co-host, Michael Devellano. But the night we bring another show. It's called the PTI um, Hockey Nation Live Show with Coach Frenchy. It's a bit like same format with the ESPN. We bring 8 different segments around the NHL or around any around the world about sport, and that's what we try to bring here to you every day, to give you the breaking news, the recent news, what's going on in hockey. Hopefully, hockey is going to get back very soon because we are missing hockey. We want the hockey get back at some point and to enjoy it. So let's start with the PTI. Here we go. The PTI bar is on. We have 8 different segments and we have a timeline of 8 minutes to go through those 8 segments. So let's start first of all with the NHL. The NHL announced today they are returning for the upcoming season, January 13. The agreement with the NHLPA and also the NHL owner are done deal. Now, what they have to work on is the schedule, is the number of the game, where they're going to play, the division, how many division. That we already know, we guarantee you Canadian 17 going to play in the 1 division. Now we need to know if it's the 4 division USA, 3 division USA. That's what they have to decide about the situation over there. So great news that they're looking to start January 13 and going to have a, a, a training camp of 7 to 10 days prior that the beginning of the season, and they have no exhibition game. So it's a story to follow up. I expect the next 48 hours we're going to know exactly what's going on. Now move on to the next story. It's about Matt Zuccarello. They announced today they have no deadline or no date of his return. We know he's have a surgery on his arm a couple of months ago, and what we know is going to be reevaluated. They don't expect him to be ready for the beginning of the season, whatever is in January 13 or at the end of January. But expect him to missing a couple more months and see if really Zuccarello is going to be back with it Wild for the upcoming season. Matter of fact, if you know, he signed a contract as a UFA, $6 million per year. So the veterans will definitely miss the beginning of the season 2020 and 2021. Let's move on to another story around the junior, the WJC, the World Junior Championship. Is going to be in Alberta at the end of the start of December 25th, honestly. And we know they have a game exhibition between December 20 and the 23rd. We expect the team to be back in Canada, to be in Canada in the next couple of days. But what's going on with Team Canada? They have 5 players got test positive and they cannot be or join the team anymore. So we talk about Maxim Robertson, Mason Millman, Dante Hunt, Xavier Simoneau, and finally Redley Gregg. They have to quit the team because of the COVID situation for them. They was testing positive the last 2 days. So unfortunately, it's a sad news for the Team Canada. They still have over 40 players at the camp at that moment. So would they going to be back? They are back on the ice now. They have a scrimmage Thursday and Friday, and after that, they're going to cut those couple of players for finalize their team at some point. Other news, we talk about the Florida Panthers. For the first time, I believe in NHL, they have a look like a team or a staff, the goalies, coaching all together now. So they add For the Florida Panthers, they had Francois Allaire as the goaltender coach, joined also the veterans coach over there for the Florida, Rob Dallas. We already knew Roberto Lilgo was working with the Panthers and he was retired. He was more the business operation last season. Now with all the chance, he's going to join the coaching goalie staff. And also his brother is already with part of the team. Len Lilgo is a goalie coach for the for the AHL, the Charlotte Shakers, and AHL. So it's another first in NHL to have four people in charge about the goalie goaltender for the Florida Panthers. Move on to the next one over there. We have to talk about the Sweden team. Same situation like the team Canada. They lost two players. One, first of all, is Albert Grewe. I'm sorry about his last name, and of course William Wallander. All the second players got testing positive, and they cannot participate to the WGC at the end of the month. And the coaching staff, Albert Lundberg, the assistant coach, and the head coach, Thomas Munden, was also test positive, but they will have the time to join the team for the tournament at the end of the month. Moving for the next segment, we talk about the Pittsburgh Penguins. Sad story. Uh, Wife of the coach Tonatelli announced today they have make some talking a story about Gerald Scully. He was also coached with Tonatelli at some point back from a trip from Charlotte or a trip, some gesture inappropriate by Scully to Tonatelli's wife happening. And what's the biggest story is because he was mentioned to the Pittsburgh Penguins staff. At that time, it was Bill Guerin, he was a general manager of the AHL team. And what he said was just stay quiet, not said anything about that. And then obviously that story get out today, and that's what's going on with Pittsburgh Penguins. They did not mention any comments. They don't want to talk about this, so we'll see what happening with them if this story is going to move on. And we're going to hear about this the next couple of weeks about that story. Move on to the next one is about the ECHL, the East Coast Hockey League, announced today another three-team suspend the hockey operation. We talk about the Cincinnati Cyclone. We talk about the Kalamazoo Wings, and finally the Idaho Steelhead decide to suspend the hockey operation, most because of the COVID situation, too many COVID testing positive players, staff members, and I think that's really the reason why they had to suspend. And unfortunately, that they try to start the season, but it's very difficult. For you can see this everywhere where many leagues struggle with the COVID for the players and staff management. Let's move on to the next one. We talk about the NHL flashback. And when I want to mention this to you, this was the story about the NHL flashback is because I want to today, 1987. Let's move on. I will show you the video, and maybe you're going to recognize this video. What happening at that day is
World had never
Ron
seen a goalie quite
Extall.
like Ron Hextall. He would go on to become the first goaltender ever to shoot and score a goal in the NHL.
Here we go. Today was the first, since December 8th, Ron Exall scored a goal as a goaltender. So it was really something I want to share with you. And finally, we need to finish with the birthdays of the day. And we have three players that have their birthday today. We talk about Drew Doughty, turned 31. We have also Treasure Tamko, goaltender for the Vancouver Canucks, turned 25. And finally, Matt Mark turned 28 today. That's the birthdays of the day. Hopefully, you enjoy the show today about the PTI Hockey Nation live show. We try to bring this every day to you, and that's what we said. We try to have that kind of format like the PTI with ESPN, and hopefully you enjoy it. And don't forget to give us some feedback below this video. Subscribe to our Facebook page and also on the YouTube channel where you can find all the videos live or recording here on the Hockey Nation live show. Thanks again to join us today. Look forward to see you tomorrow. Have an amazing, great evening, friends.